Tuesday will likely be a long day for everyone who wants to watch the results come in. But it'll also be a long day for everyone involved in the voting process, whether casting a ballot or counting them. I spoke with Kathryn Nealy, the elections administrator for Gregg County, earlier this week about what to expect if you're voting on Tuesday or watching the results.
We just don't know why people wait until the last minute, but those persons that I guess traditionally think they have to vote on election day, just be ready. You're going to stand in line. When you do go to vote, remember that first of all, you have to be a registered voter. You can't just walk into the polling place and expect to vote without having to go through some research to find out if or where you're registered. You're supposed to be registered in the county where you live and vote in the county where you live. We've had a lot of people walk in and say, well, I'm registered in Dallas. Well, that takes time. That halts the line. We have to look you up. There's a lot of paperwork you have to go through in order for you to vote a piece of a ballot. You don't even get to vote the whole ballot. So you need to make sure you're registered to vote. You need to bring some photo ID. On our web page, there's a list of those preferred pieces of photo ID: a driver's license, handgun license, a personal ID issued by DPS, citizenship papers, military papers, or a passport. If you don't own one of those pieces, you can show alternate forms, and you can find the list of those alternate forms that are acceptable along with an affidavit. Find that information on our webpage, which is greggcountyvotes.com. We are going to be social distancing. We are asking our voters to wear a mask. We are providing gloves for you so that you don't have to touch any surfaces. Our voters, most of our voters have come in with their own masks, and they have been very willing to wear those gloves to help protect themselves and to protect others.
So take us through a little bit of the process of next Tuesday night, polls officially close, all the voters are out of line. Then what happens to be able to give them a result?
All of the polling places will bring their equipment into our courthouse on election night. We have a check-in station. We pull the media out of each of those pieces of equipment and read that media on election night. It doesn't take seconds to read the media, but what of course we'll be waiting on is those polling places that maybe have a long line at the end of the night. We have to wait for all of those voters to process through. They have to pack up the polling places, and then they come here. We check them in, we read the media, and then we report. We will report early voting totals after the polls close. After 7 o'clock, we can report the early voting results. So maybe around 7:30, we'll report that here. And then when that last polling place arrives and we read that media, we will report the final totals. I can't predict, but I'm sure it will be well after 9 o'clock. If there's a long line, then we have to let those voters that are in line at 7 vote, and then we'll just be waiting on those stations to come through here. We do announce the results here at the courthouse, upstairs in one of the courtrooms. We post it on our webpage, and then we also report it to the Secretary of State's webpage, so voters around the county can look on either one of those pages.